Oh, what's going on, everybody? Z here. Welcome back to some more StarRupture. Today we're gonna hopefully go for the drone today, the building drone. And I would really like to redo our factory here because it's getting a little messy, and I think the building drone is gonna help us do a lot of things. I'd like to get things actually semi-organized a little bit. Again, I'm not trying to do perfect here, but I'm trying to do something better than the spaghetti mess that we have going on here. So somebody commented and said, "Let's game it out, would be proud." And while I take that as a compliment, you know, I know what you're saying here. I'm just saying, look at what we got going. So anyways, we're back. We're doing the things, having a wonderful day. Now, a couple of things, because like I said, we are learning, we're doing the things, having fun. I did not realize that the rate at which these deliver is actually quite slow. I timed it. There's nothing in here that says like the delivery rate. It's about 1 item per 6 seconds. And they have an inventory slot of like 75. So that means that depending on what you're outputting, so for example, the pipes, I think it was the pipes, those were producing 4 every 4 seconds. So it's roughly 1 per second. That means that like we were not even remotely sending up what we could make. So I have 4 machines going now over here that are sending up the pipes and or the tubes, if you will. I could do 6. Now I'm not 100% sure in my math. YouTube math is never right. But if 1 is sent every 6 seconds per machine, 6 machines would average 1 per second, right? That's how that would work, I think. So that means that this machine over here, 1 of these would be able to run 6 of those. Now, I say that
Selenian has received the products it ordered.
There it is,
They're
and that's
very
why.
Pleased. You could become the best crew they've ever worked with.
Oh man. Now, another thing is I keep going back and forth on whether these rails are smart, quote unquote, because sometimes the rails are full and sometimes they're not. But I think what it is, it's filling inventories. So as you can see, there's no more pipes going out, even though pipes could go out. That's because these are all done now. So there's nothing requesting them. However, also when I had one of these running, requesting the tubes or whatever, it was only once the inventory got full, because like the inventory on here is 75, you can only do 1 a second. The machine was only producing the 1 per second that was needed to run this 1 machine. So I still think there is some smart capabilities in here. I'm just trying to figure out like where they lie and how it works. I think there's an initial, like, you know, once the inventory is full, it's only going to produce what it needs to keep up, which is super nice. But enough chit chat. Let's get going. Let's go get our furnace, because the furnace is what we need in order to make, I believe it's the steel beams. And then, I think it's the steel beams. And then the steel beams are what we need in order to get the building drone. And once we get the building drone, that's when I want to go ahead and reorganize and I think we could just do much better with that. Because if we have an aerial view of what we're building, it'll be a little bit easier to manage than doing everything at this level, you know? All right, so let's go in here. Selenium Corporation, this is gonna give us the furnace. Now we need the drone. So the drone, like I said, I believe it requires, let me see here. This requires this guy, which is, oh, it's titanium housing. That's what it's called. Okay, my bad, sorry. So, is the titanium housing something we have to unlock, or is that going to be given to us freely? Furnace. No. Okay, so there's that, and there's that. Okay, so titanium housing, that's what we need. We also need glass as well for some other stuff, but titanium housing is what we need first. That's what we're going to focus on. Did we figure out what the recipe for this actually was? Does it tell me? It doesn't actually tell me. It must be beams. Okay. Do I have any building material? I have 219. That's not a lot. All right, so let's see what we need for our furnace. It takes 200. It's going to add 10 to our capacity here. All right, so let's put it this way. Let's just set it there for now, and let's kind of take a peek at this thing. What do we actually need here? So we want titanium housing. So we need plates and beams, and this makes 1 every 2 seconds. Okay. So we're going to choose that. We need to make beams and plates. Let's see what we have over here. So we've got plates being made here and plates being made there. Okay, so we could take that output and run it straight to that machine. And then do we have any beams being made anywhere as well? Do I not have any beams being made? No, I don't. Okay. So hold on a second. What are you making? You're making rods? So you can fill that need. What are you doing? You're doing rods as well. Where are you going? Oh, you're going into this one that's making tubes. Okay, so that one's supplying this one. This one is supplying this one. And then this one is supplying this one as well. So we only have plates on the outside being done. So we're going to need another machine over here to do a thing of beams. Yeah. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and run this into there. We'll grab this little guy here. Again, this is all going to get redone eventually. But for the sake of just making things happen and getting this unlocked, because that's what we want. This can go into here. That can go into there. This is going to go straight into there. Oh, that has 3 slots on it. Very nice. This is actually going to go... If I can grab it. Why don't you let me... You know, I've noticed sometimes it does that. There it goes. There's that. We'll go ahead, rail into that. And then this needs to be titanium beams. This needs to be titanium plates. That needs to be that. All right, cool. Looking good. Let's go ahead and grab... Where's our extendable walkway? I love this one thing right here is probably my absolute favorite piece. Like, what they did with this is just like, it's pure magic. I love it so much. Actually, do I even need to walk over there? Not really. Let's just go ahead and throw up some power. Hopefully we have... Ooh. Wait, did we get wind turbines? We did not. Interesting. I thought we had wind turbines unlocked. No, I think we must have been looking at them. All right, and that's not going to be enough power, which means that this is all overloaded now. Okay. So we have too much going on here. This base core cannot handle all this. What if... Can we place another base core? Maybe right here? Ooh. No. I was curious if we could place a base core somewhere close enough to this one where we could take over some of the machines, but I don't think that's gonna happen. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have to move.
The Rufit's Blue Corporation has received its order.
We're gonna have to move
happy with your services, but have a few questions and would like to know if you'll participate in an anonymous survey.
Oh, wonderful. An anonymous survey. Okay, let's see. Furnace. All right, we're gonna have to place it over here under this core's power, just because, like, we don't have enough cooling capacity at the other place. So we'll just have to run those in here. It'll be fine. We're just gonna have to run some extra things. Okay, so we got everything hooked up. That guy's running over here in the middle of nowhere. It's running under the cooling power of this core instead. So we should start seeing... There goes all of the plates. How come we're not seeing any of this yet? I have oh, you know why? It's because we haven't requested any titanium. There it is. Takes a little bit to get over here. This is a new request, so the machines had to say, hey, this thing over here needs that item. Now, this also, as an interesting little thing here, let's say I then change the recipe for this. All of that titanium is still going to try to go here. So, for example, if I was, say, swapping, this is exactly why I know this. Let's say I was sending what I was doing here, and we were going from rotors to those, like, I don't know, plates or something. This has already sent the request for those rotors. So if there's a rotor on this line right here coming to this thing, it's still coming here regardless. So even if you switch it over, it's going to send whatever was already on the line being sent. Like, the package is already en route. We can't cancel the en route package. So in order to get around this, I had to deconstruct this belt, and it basically broke the the demand, if you will, and it like reset the queue. So then I redid it, and then it's like, okay, hey, I need this item, and then things stopped coming this way. But the problem is that those items are still on the rail, so then you have to deal with it. So yeah, we kind of need some filters or some like overflow or something, or I just need to do a better job of setting up my rail system, which it's probably on me 100%. But that is a thing that I noticed. Now let's go ahead. This is doing 1 every 2 seconds. So I believe we could, okay, we can grab that. So we'll select this, because these are 1 every 6 seconds. So if I'm not mistaken, we could probably run maybe 3. That might be a little much. Again, my math with this stuff, it's just not great. So I do apologize if I'm wrong. Explain it down below. Leave a comment. Let me know. But I think that's going to be about, because let's see. So 1 every 2 seconds produced. These can send 1 every 6 seconds. So having 2 of these is roughly 1 every 3 seconds. Having 3 of them would be, I think that's right. I think that'd be 1 every 2, right? Because that'd be 2, 4, 6 divided by, so it's like 1 every 2. I think 3 of these. I think this one can run 3 of these, if I'm not mistaken. Oh man, tell me if I'm wrong down below. It's all right if I am. We're looking good here. Let's see. How is everything looking here? We are out of beams. Why is that? Why are you not making beams? What is the deal here? Why? Oh, is there more on the way? Oh yeah, there looks like there's more on the way. Maybe? Hold on. We'll see. Not actually sure. Again, this whole like send receive thing is, I'm still trying to figure it out. Yeah, see, here they come. They're all cruising in here. Why did that stop? Oh, I know why that stopped. Okay, so oh gosh.
I recommend finding a safer place.
Okay, so the reason that did that is because I had this hooked up to a machine before that was requesting those. So it filled the inventory saying, hey, I have something to output, so I need something to input, or I need an input because I have an output. And then I disconnected it, and then I reconnected it, and it basically sent the signal again. It said, hey, new signal, I need now these items because I have a new thing that I'm sending. So I think that's why it came in 2 separate batches, is because I disconnected and reconnected. Not sure. Again, I'm speculating here, but we are making these, we're sending it, and hopefully we'll get a building drone so we can rebuild everything and make it look nicer and much fancier, and hopefully get some optimizations or something going. But we're gonna hide from the Death Sun now. All right, just come and roast everything again, would you? And there we go. A little bit of blinding action. This looks so cool. I absolutely love this. Now, there's something with this that I gotta check out. I saw it in between episodes. The planet is being incinerated. Very cool. Now, this burns off all the vegetation on the planet. So, there's a spot on the planet that had some very peculiar vegetation that I had not noticed before. And I noticed it when I was running and doing something. So we're going to go take a peek at it. There's a giant hole in the ground that is normally covered by vines. I was running past it and I saw giant vines all over this like huge hole. So I was like, oh, I wonder if after the rupture, those are not there, which means we could go and explore them. However, we only have a certain time frame to do it because
planetary temperature within acceptable parameters.
We only have so much time to do it because the planet regenerates, which I think is what's going on here. I think there's some weird stuff going on with like that weird alien looking thing that's causing this planet to be able to regenerate so fast. Because I was thinking just like everybody else probably, it's like this entire planet just got scorched. How are we getting vegetation again so fast? Well, I think there's a little bit of alien magic behind it. So let's go over here. Hold on, I can't see anything. It's super dark. All right, so let's go. I think it's this way. It's right down this hill. Now, I don't necessarily want to go in there yet because I feel like I'm not prepared. I feel like we need, I can't even see. I feel like we need more, we definitely need more preparation. We need more weapons, specifically weapons. I don't think we're going in with a pistol and coming out very happy. Okay, so right here is literally right next to my base. This hole right here is normally blocked. No! Why? What happened? Oh my god. I did not, it just accepted me and pulled me in. I'm just trying to look. Yeah, I'm not going down there yet. I'm just saying that looks bad. It looks like this looks like a death spot. But yeah, this is overgrown. So once the planet regenerates, this will all be overgrown. You won't be able to go down here anymore.
Congratulations.
There's something.
The Moon Energy Corporation
yes.
is grateful for your shipment.
There's something bad going on.
Another reward is waiting for you in the terminal.
There's something bad going on here.
I'd like to point out
Ooh,
how clean the
that's
energy
red.
is that's produced by Moon Energy devices.
That's red, like an enemy. I wonder if we need a grenade or something. Okay. Anyways, all right. We're not playing with that yet. I know you want me to. We're not playing with it. I'm not touching it. We're not going in the hole. You know, can I just build a terminal here because I want to accept this stuff? I think we just unlock wind turbines. Corporate terminal. All right. I think we just unlocked wind turbines, if I'm not mistaken. So, oh, we got grenades.
I'm legally obligated to go over grenade
And we're
training
in
with
wind
you.
turbine.
I don't know if there's anything you can say that I don't already know.
You now have unlocked the
Griffiths Blue
grenade.
Corporation
Press G to use it.
guarantees
Oh.
the highest level of safety
Hold on.
during use. Even when activated, the grenade is stable and will not explode as long as you are holding it in your hand, making it safe to use by the whole family, regardless of age.
Regardless of age.
The Griffiths Blue Corporation is not responsible for any bodily harm caused by the throwing or dropping of the grenade.
Oh, naturally.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right. My hydration is very low. Not great. Okay, so there's that. Now, we also have a new wind turbine, which is great. Absolutely fantastic. Actually, do we have any water? No, we don't. Why would we? I don't know. You know what the best part about this is like, I don't have any water, period. And there's none on the planet to even get right now. So, there's that. Moon Energy. Wind Turbine V1. Let's go. This thing... Ah! This thing should be so much better. Let's see. Okay. So, it produces 60 watts of power. More advanced energy that converts wind into electricity. Now, how much does it take? It takes 10, but it gives me way more power in return. So, let's go ahead and let's deconstruct some of these. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one wind turbine should replace that. Yeah, that one wind turbine replaced all of that. So it lowered my cooling by what, 30? And replaced it with 10. That's amazing. Like, that's so good. That's so much better. So we can actually do more over there too if we get rid of some of those solar panels and do wind turbines instead. Golly, why would... Is there a negative to this? Like, usually the negative side of wind turbines is that it's like, you know, intermittent. But this is... If this is infinite, like, this is so much... We'll never use solar panels again. I guess solar panels may be cheaper, you know, a little bit easier to get going. But yeah, I'm still slowly dying here. I'm dehydrated, but it is what it is. Okay, so what else do we have here? So we've got the LEM station. We've got the Mega Press, the equipment upgrade station. I really want to get that. Lesser Infiltrator LEM. And then the building drone. And then Rails V2, 150 items per minute. That's sick. And then storage, large personal storage. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff here. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm taking damage now. There it is. Oh, we're going down. This is the first time we're gonna die. And there's nothing I can do about it because there's no water here. I was not prepared. 0 deaths. Lives on. Regeneration Simmer has not been set. What? I built it?
Wait, did I just die?
No.
What happened?
A copy of your consciousness is always being sent to the last used regeneration chamber. Welcome to your new sleeve. The first one's free. Each one after that will, of course, be added to your debt.
Oh, fantastic.
Fascinating. So much data in such a short time. I even remember when my heart stopped. Impressive. I'll gladly learn more about this.
Awesome. Okay, let's not do that again. So out of curiosity, oh, you have claimed a regeneration chamber. Would you look at that? Does it do, oh, this respawn point is currently assigned to you. Oh, neat. Well, should have done that before. So what items do we need now? We need glass, we need a stabilizer, we need this shield stuff, we need rotor. Is that rotor? A stator. I knew it was a rotor or a stator. It was one of them. With that, I don't have unlocked. This, I'm not sure that I have unlocked. Oh, that's furnace. That's a furnace item. That's a furnace item as well. That's a glass item. Let's go see if we can unlock some of those because we're going to need them anyways. Okay, so let's see. Furnace. Do I not? I thought I had a thing of glass. Oh, you know what? My inventory is gone. Let's go pick up my inventory. I think. Ooh. Do we lose our inventory? Oh, I hope not, because I had all my meteor hearts were in there. Oh, fantastic. Critical hydration once again. I can't do anything. There's no water here. Oh. There's a little bit. Wait, so can I see my body? Oh my gosh, you can. I can see my body.
Gotcha.
And my body's gone. Okay. How come it looks like this thing is like sparking? Is it good to go? Yeah, I guess it is good to go. I don't know why I just thought it looked like it was, it kind of looked like it was sparking. Oh no! Oh!
I'm out of calories.
We're being attacked! Ooh. We need turrets for sure. Oh, hello. Okay, so how do we repair these? Malfunction. Do I have a way to repair? Hold to de-infect. Oh, they just were infected slowly over time. Okay. All right, I gotta go find some food and water. Oh my gosh, there's water. Okay, give me those. Give me that. All right, use.
I advise caution. The
All right,
fruit
we're
on
good.
Arcadia can alleviate hunger, but putting unknown things into one's mouth is rarely beneficial to the individual. Though, of course, it was beneficial to the development of civilization. Although this fruit is edible, that won't always be the case.
So you know what? While that does its thing and researches our drone, I'm going to go ahead and get a whole bunch of food crafted up so we don't do that. We don't have to worry about that again. There's another alien thing in there. Oh, that's cool looking. Can't wait to see what those things do. Did our whole cover back up? I think it did. Yep. All covered up with vines. See? Interesting. Oh, that's going to be cool. We're going to have to check that out. Oh, what is this thing out here in the middle of this little pond thing? Drone wreck? Oh.
Great.
Oh, it's a drone. Ah, neat. Imagine that. Drone wreck. There's a drone here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and make some food and water here. We have
hungry to think.
not that thing. This thing right here. So we've got the ability to make this. This takes 5, and this gives us 45 hydration. However, is there anything that gives us a little bit more? The problem is I don't have a lot of these other fruits available. That gives me 60 hydration. You know what? We're just going to stick with the simple ones. So max of 3 on those. And then let's go with these, and we're just going to do a max of 9 on those.
You have officially become a cook.
And
on
then
Arcadia 7, there were less than
eat
100
that.
of you in total.
Drink
it's
that.
quite a prestigious honor.
Do another one of those. Fantastic. Okay. So we're looking good there. How are we? Are we getting close to the drone? Man, the drone seems like it's taking forever. Let me go check that. Let me go check. Make sure everything's running appropriately. I don't know what's going on here, because I come over here, and it looks like it's like, look, now there's a whole like line of them coming in. It seems like there's like a shortage somewhere, because now it's making a whole bunch. Okay, so now the beams stopped. So why do the beams keep stopping? The beams keep running out. What is going on here? It's because we don't have any titanium bars. Is it because we don't have any titanium bars? There's no way we don't have any titanium bars. Now they're on their way. It's the whole like pulsing the resources. It's really interesting. What happens if I do this? Medium, Low, medium, high. I wonder if that'll like prioritize it or something. I kind of wish the belts would just like just constantly feed. You know what I mean? Like I like the smart stuff and I like the stuff like requesting stuff, but at the same time, so what it's basically, I'm guessing what it did is it said, hey, needs a refill, and it's only going to send over like the refill, and then it's going to run out again. And it's going to say, hey, I need a refill again. It's going to like boop, and it has to come all the way over here. But it doesn't like constantly feed it. Interesting. Because like now there's going to be a whole bunch here. Unless maybe that's the point of the storage is, maybe I should have a storage right here to act as a buffer. So that way this line will be full of the storage. And then this, when it needs something, it'll just pull, it'll call from the storage and have it right next to it. Maybe that's kind of the point. Interesting. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure out how the developers kind of had this planned and like what their idea was. Because, yeah, like I said, if I put a storage right next to this and it pinged a storage right next to it, then it would fill up super quick. And then the long distances could be, there could be a little bit of latency because the storages would essentially act like a buffer. However, I can't have a storage on each machine because we don't have the cooling for that. I wonder, yeah, interesting. So we're gonna actually do something here. We're gonna play with that idea. Let's go and get rid of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what, let's get rid of these as well. And then we'll just swap these out with 2 wind turbines and call it good. There. Everything powered again? Cool. All right. Let's get a storage in here and let's see how this goes. So I'm just going to place the storage right here. And we're just going to temporarily see how this works. So if I go to deconstruct, we deconstruct this because this is pulling our titanium from all the way over yonder. But if we put that in there and then I reconnect you to this circuit right here, and we go ahead and select titanium bar, this should now, in theory, fill this up. Maybe. Okay, so here's what happened. All of these titanium were slated to go to one machine. Since I broke the connection, these don't know where to go now. So we need to clear the line. And we need to wait for these to get up here. And I'm hoping that once these get up here, they'll know what they're doing. But now that should basically fill this whole thing. Like that line of titanium, well, it should be completely full coming over here. So let's see. Are you gonna stop right here too? Or are you gonna be like, oh, I'll just go into the storage now instead? Nope. Because it doesn't know where it's going. All right, so here comes the titanium for the storage module. Yeah, we're gonna need something. We're gonna need some way to deal with this. Because, so for example, these ones right here, these are still wanting to go to that first line. And I think we're gonna need a way to deal with this. Like when we press and hold to clear the line, it only clears till the next segment. But we should be good now. Yeah, okay, cool. There it goes. Because now it knows to go to the storage. And then obviously the storage says, hey, go over here. Okay, cool. We're good. That should help run this a little bit more efficiently. Now, to be fair, while this is probably a problem that's going to get addressed at some point, it probably wouldn't be a problem if you're not constantly switching what you're demanding. However, being that the rails function the way they do, I think a lot of people are going to probably just switch resources like that on a whim. So like, I wouldn't be surprised for people to be like, oh, I already have all this hooked up to titanium and I need a lot more of rods right now. So I'm going to switch all these to rods, or I'm going to switch all this to this or whatever, which wouldn't inherently be a problem. However, I believe it does it even if it's the same resource. So if I switch this to another resource, even though it is still titanium, those titanium were requested to this machine for this certain thing at one point, you know? So I'm sure we'll probably see something at some point. Also, the titanium just completely stopped. Why did it stop? Where is all the titanium? Like, this should be like requesting a completely full load of titanium. Why does it only send it over in groups? You know, let me go look. Let's go look at our line down here. Because it's only, I'm guessing it's sending what, 70? Is it sending 75 at a time or 100 at? It's sending 100 at a time because it's a stack size of 100 and our storage can only hold 100. It's not going to constantly feed it because the storage can only hold 100. So it's like, hey, send me 100. Yeah, that's why. Now, what this is doing is it probably over time would work because the request for that, I don't even know. I don't know. I think it might fix it over time. It's just a whole different system than what I'm used to, because I'm used to belts being like just static, you know, if this machine it has an output, you know, output the item and that's it. I'm not used to this system here, but I think it's cool, and I think it deserves the work. It deserves to figure out how it functions. So interesting. I think we'll be good. I think adding that storage in there is good because that basically gives it a constant demand of something, and then that demand just kind of continues on, and then hopefully, because as soon as that's empty, it's going to say, hey, send me another 100 now. Also, the other thing, and the last thing I'm going to mention about this, and we're not going to talk about these anymore, is I feel like this isn't an issue when things are close to each other. This is an issue when things are far, because I think it's a small issue. Like, it could be a small issue when things are right next to each other, but since they're so close, you know, you're not going to have like that big of a line. However, in a system where you're going halfway across the map, that's when you're going to see it, because it's the system, it's that much bigger, it's that much more noticeable. So I think that's also a little bit to play in it. So I've been letting this run for a while, and it didn't inherently help by itself. However, if you have a problem, maybe throwing more at the problem might fix the problem. So I'm thinking is, what if I put multiple storage units so they were all requesting more than, let's say, 100 at a time. Let's say I had 3 of them going. They're requesting in total 300 items. Now, if those were all connected together and they were all feeding the same place, that many items should keep a constant flow over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct this, and it's going to cause an issue because that's unfortunately what it's going to do. Actually, you know what? Here, let's do it this way. Let's actually connect it. No, we're going to have to do it here anyways. Okay, so let's do it this way. And then what we'll do is we'll put another thing here. Like that. It's not going to be pretty. I don't care. We have a Rupture thing coming. This here. And then what we'll do is we will go from this line to there. This one. 1, 2, and then 3. And then all of those into here. This line into here. And then we're about to get fried. Titanium and titanium. Now, is that actually going to go? Probably not. All right, we've got to run. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to lie. Like, I've seen this so many times, but when you're out, like, not in a habitat, like, this is scary. I'm like, oh my God, am I going to make it? I don't know. Oh, this is a little sketch. Little closer than I care for. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. We made it. Plenty of time. All right, how are we looking here? We're at 82% on the building drone. All right, here comes our next.
Eruption has started. StarRupture has started.
It looks so cool. It looks so cool.
Extreme temperature detected.
Absolutely love that. You know, I gotta say, I think this is one of those things where, regardless of how many times this happens in a playthrough, or like how much, I think it's gonna be cool every single time. Like, it looks cool every single time. The ground is literally on fire. A fire wave comes over and takes over. It's cool every single time. Also, another little interesting tidbit is the water supply is a little lacking, I feel. I think I had just enough water to make it through that time by collecting all of the water in the area, my immediate area, I guess. So
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
Wonderful. Okay, we're gonna go see if my 3 storage has fixed anything. These things cooling off looks so cool. Oh, they were just shooting out jets of steam too beforehand. That looks so cool. All right, let's see if this is doing anything. Okay, so that is requested there. So that's going to fill this one. And then this one's probably going to have a request, and this one's probably going to have a request. So this line should be constantly filled. And see, now it's filling this one. So now when that one's empty, this one will be able to fill this one. Okay, see, here we go. This is going to help our situation. Because now we have 3 of these constantly going. So when one runs out, it can send a request. It has time to buffer and make it over here by the time one of these other ones runs out. Okay, that right there, I think, is what we needed to do. I think that was the answer. That was actually pretty easy. It wasn't too bad. So just making sure you have enough to buffer, which actually the storage Mark IIs might be a little bit better. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh my gosh, look at that. We actually have a steady supply of these things now. For the first time in forever. Yeah, look at that. That thing's actually running. That one's actually running. We have a constant supply. All right, so multiple storages to act as a buffer is the way. One won't do it. It's not one, because the inventory of one... Yep, that's perfect. Oh my gosh. The answer was looking at us right in the face.
Another shipment has arrived. Clever robotics.
Oh my gosh, there we go.
There are rewards waiting for you in the terminal.
That was so...
How you work.
That was so much faster since we got everything like actually going. All right. Let's get the building drone and let's see what the heck's going on with this thing. So, I don't know if we have to build it. Let's see, where's the building drone going to be at? Is it going to be in here maybe? It's not going to be in here. Wait, is the building drone like a thing for me? C/tool. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Look, we can see everything. We can line up stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. So if I go back in here, am I able to swap, like, build things too? Like, oh my gosh. Now, I heard that belts are a little finicky. It seems like it works okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is going to be the best thing ever. Okay, let's do this. Let's get out of here. Let's go. I don't even know where I want to go from here. There's so many things that we could redo and reorganize that could just make things better. Like, just inherently everything can now be better. So I'm actually thinking this area right here. This area where we do most of our production and stuff like that, I think this area could use some sprucing up. And actually, I think this could be the area for the first candidate for an upgrade as well. Because we only need 300 wire and some plates and 10 cores. And that would double our cooling capacity. So I'm thinking this might be the area here, and then we can actually go ahead and maybe organize some of this. We could do this a little bit better over here. I think that would be worth it. Yeah, I'm going to say that this area is going to be our first...
Status.
Oh,
stable.
Fantastic.
Arcadia status.
Stable. Good. I'm going to say that this is definitely going to be the first area that we go with here. So let's go ahead and let's hop in here. Let's just hop in the drone thing and take a peek here. This...
Arcadia 7
is amazing.
has finished regenerating.
Not gonna lie, it's actually kind of nice just for scouting too. Like, we can kind of see stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, this is gonna be the first area that we do. We're gonna upgrade this tower. This is gonna be our first tower that we upgrade. I want to go through and I want to redo all of these machines. I want to redo all of this stuff. We need to bulk up our imports because realistically, that stuff over there and that stuff over there are fine. They're producing the raw resource. They're doing whatever. The only thing that we could possibly do is we could actually smelt over there as well if we wanted to, but I'm not actually sure. Let's go over there and let's see what our cooling capacity is, because ultimately it's coming down to cooling capacity on how much we can build in one area. Wait, no, we're already smelting. We're going from ore and we're already doing the tier 1 stuff. So that's already happening. And I mean, we're already at 85 out of 100 on this stuff anyway. So yeah, we're going to upgrade that core. We're going to rebuild all of that stuff. We're going to try to do a little bit more efficiently, maybe. And we'll see how many machines we can get in there, what we can do with it, and all that fun stuff. But that's going to be the next episode because it's going to be a whole thing. We're going to just dedicate the whole time to it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, all the fun things. this was an interesting episode. We looked at some things, we did some things, we got the drone unlocked, which is by far the best thing. But yeah, this mess has got to be, we're going to clean it up. We're going to make it look better. It's not going to look so bad, I promise. But yeah, we'll be back for another one because we got an extension on the playtest, which is fantastic. So yeah, very nice. And I think once we get this stuff reorganized, I think we'll be able to go ahead and get things organized. I think we'll be able to increase our efficiency, and I think we'll be able to also get more research done faster as well. Because as soon as we got this efficiency thing hooked up, we were actually able to research that pretty quick. So yeah, thanks again for coming out. Have a wonderful one. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.